All right, in the shades of the Ian Thorpe story, one of the greatest AFL footballers of all time has revealed he struggled after his career ended. Anthony Koutoufides was nicknamed Superman in his playing days, but now he's opened up about the darkness that tackled him. He was struck down by illness and depression. He's well now and he's here to talk about it. Let's welcome Anthony to the show. Anthony, can you talk us through just how bad things got for you?
Yeah, I know people have used that word depression in the articles yesterday in the Herald Sun, and I'm not too impressed with it because I've never diagnosed myself as being depressed after my football career. I went through a low period in my life, and there's no doubt about it. As a young kid, you can imagine you have that dream. I had a dream to play AFL football. I was able to conquer that. I had the most incredible career. I probably achieved more than what I could have ever imagined, but after football finished, I think I was a little bit lost there at one stage. But it was when I got ill physically in 2010 where I literally couldn't get out of bed. I was sleeping 11 hours a night, had to sleep throughout the day. I was going to see doctors. So for the first time, there I was being Mr. Invincible, playing on the AFL football fields, to the low point in my life when I was really concerned with my health. And I was able to get out of that myself. So when I look back, I don't say it's depression, yeah? There's some people out there that are suffering seriously with the disease of depression, and they've been clinically diagnosed. And if people want to interpret it as being depressed, well, maybe they can. But for me, I've seen it more like a challenge in my life, and I had to, push through all those obstacles like I did no differently when I played football, and I was able to do that. And through the great nutrition that I do now and incorporating the Koutoufides Club that I'm out there helping other people, my life is fantastic at the moment. So I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me, but the transition from football being, up there in elite with everyone following you, winning, a premiership in '95 to where I was afterwards, it may have been a combination of all of that leading to my illness in 2010.
Anthony, it's interesting listening to you talk, and it's wonderful that you're feeling so much better. Do you think, you were saying that you were concerned with the article saying that you had depression. Do you think, though, that's part of the problem, that people are ashamed or feel that there's something wrong with admitting that they have depression?
Maybe some people are stubborn, and I'll look back and maybe I'm a little bit stubborn about it. I don't use depression in my life. Yeah, I have low points where I feel like I've got to push through, got to get myself better and get my goals back. You have to remember, we were so regimented when we played football, and I knew what I had to do, and then all of a sudden life, bang, it was all over, and I had to find myself again. And in my life, I'm very competitive like most sports people, and I probably needed goals and needed to get better and improve myself every day. I've found that field now. I don't think people, maybe there are people hiding the fact that they, are depressed. I really, think about some of the players that do come out of the AFL system, maybe some of the lesser likes. I was blessed. I had a wonderful career for 16 years. I had sponsorship with Adidas, and I did all of that in commercials. The lesser likes walk out of the football clubs, and then they're the ones that really I start to think about and have been thinking about now for a long while.
Well, Anthony,
and what they do after football.
Is that the issue, perhaps? So it sounds to me like when you retired, you had no more goals, and so that made you feel perhaps useless. You didn't have a reason to get out of bed in the morning, which is why you were sleeping all those long hours. But do you think it's a common problem in sport that, elite players such as yourself, and not so elite, but they get to a certain point and then they give up their careers, but they don't quite know where to go with their lives after that?
Yeah, spot on. I mean, a young kid, I played sport every day, and I was lucky enough to have played AFL, so sport's been my entire life. I then went on to play 16 seasons of AFL senior football at the Carlton Football Club, and then you finish. You're basically 16 years behind everyone else who's been in the workforce. Some of my friends are really successful in their jobs, and I'm really proud of them. But then all of a sudden, my life had to start again, and then I had to find my way through it all. Some players are pretty lucky; they can get into the media or continue on being maybe an AFL coach or assistant coach and stay in the system, in the AFL system. But there's some players that are left out there to fend for themselves, and I was, probably one of them. No excuse, no problem for me, but I've been able to find my way through it, and I feel on top of the world now. Don't get me wrong, and I love life, and I've got a wonderful family, beautiful wife and kids, and the support of my brothers and my mum and two of my greatest mates. So
that's great.
I'm
Joe's
pretty
got a
blessed.
question.
Well, I was just going to say, Kouta, this is what I like the most about what you're saying, which is that for whatever reason you don't like sort of hiding behind a cloak of thing, or you don't like the idea that that you've been diagnosed with something, or that this is a label that just sits on you. You see this kind of low point, or you see this darkness around you, and you think, right, I'm just going to smash through it. I'm going to keep fighting, and that's the way to deal with it. And that's what I think is key to conquering depression, or whatever you want to call it, or conquering those black moods, that you treat it like a war and you get up each day and you go in swinging. Is that about right?
Spot on. I mean, success leaves signs and clues, don't they? And I think that is one. So I used everything I learned throughout football, throughout that low point, and I just kept pushing on and kept believing and kept developing myself and setting my goals, and I was able to get out of the rut that I was in. And now with what I do now, Koutoufides Club, I'm helping people change their lives health-wise also. So when I felt I was invincible when I played, to now, at that low point. And, the last fit challenge we had 75 people complete it, and an average loss of 376 kilos. And when you're getting people, that's over 5 kilos per person, and in 4 weeks. And when you're getting people ring you up and say, Kouta, I'm 200% grateful for everything that you've done here, and people ringing up and with their health results, that fulfills my life now.
Fantastic.
Good on you, mate. It's great to see you on the other side. You look really well and really happy. You had some great advice for everyone here. Thank you very much for joining us, Anthony Koutoufides.
Thank you.